Hi everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we decode the hidden stories within company filings. And today we've got a real juicy one from Roivant Sciences Limited, a company that's been making waves in the healthcare world. We're diving into their latest report, which gives us a peek behind the curtain on a critical development at one of their key subsidiaries. Stick around because this might explain a lot about their upcoming moves. Also, if you appreciate getting straight insights from corporate documents like this, make sure you're subscribed. We break down all the jargon into plain English. We also have a fantastic Discord community where we discuss these things, live links in the description below. This report is all about an update on a Graves' disease development program. Now that might sound super scientific, but what it means is a company is working to find new treatments for people suffering from Graves' disease, a condition that affects the thyroid. Roivant Sciences is like a parent company for a bunch of smaller drug development companies, and one of those called Roivant is the star of this report. Today we're looking at something called a Form 8K. Think of this as a company's way of telling the world about big news or important events happening right now, things that could affect their stock and their future. It's not like their yearly or quarterly report, which is more like a big status update. An 8K is for urgent stuff, the things you need to know immediately. So on September 3rd of 2025, Roivant Sciences put out a press release. This is their official announcement to the public. They are talking about an update for their Graves' disease program at Roivant. This is basically their way of saying, hey, look at this important progress we're making. Roivant is a big part of Roivant Sciences, and it's focused on developing treatments for autoimmune diseases, which Graves' disease is one of. These companies are often at the forefront of trying to find cures or better ways to manage difficult health conditions. So now this press release is attached to the filing as Exhibit 99.1. Think of exhibits as the backup documents, the proof of what the company is talking about. So this press release is the core of the announcement they're making today. But wait, there's more. On the same day, they also posted a presentation on their website. This presentation is about the results, the initial results actually of their study on Graves' disease. This type of study is often called a proof of concept study, meaning they're testing if their idea for a treatment actually has a chance to work. You can usually find these presentations in the investor relations section of a company's website. It's where they talk directly to their investors and anyone interested in the company's performance. And to top it all off, they scheduled a conference call and webcast. This is common practice for companies to talk about significant findings. It's a live event where executives can explain the results and answer questions from analysts and the media. They're discussing what they call remission data, which means data about patients getting better or showing fewer symptoms of the disease. This presentation is also filed as an exhibit, Exhibit 99.2, so you can see exactly what they presented and what they're discussing on that call. Now here's a little bit of legal speak when they say the information furnished under Item 7001 or Exhibit 99 foreign shall not be deemed filed. This is a way for them to manage their legal responsibility. They want to share information with the public, but they don't want it to count as a formal filing that could be used against them in certain legal situations. It's a common practice to put out information this way to inform the market without creating too much legal exposure. It's a common practice to put out information this way to inform the market without creating too much legal exposure. Let's look at how the company is structured. They have something called common shares, and the value per share is an incredibly tiny number. This often happens with companies that have gone through stock splits or have a very large number of shares outstanding. It doesn't mean the stock is worthless, it just means the nominal value is split up into a huge number of pieces. The ticker symbol for Roivant Sciences is ORIV. This is what you'd use to look up their stock price on the stock market. And they are listed on the Nasdaq Global Select Market. This is a prestigious stock exchange known for listing many well-known technology and healthcare companies. Being listed here means they meet certain standards for size and trading activity. So what's the big story here? Roivant Sciences, through its subsidiary Roivant, is making progress in developing a treatment for Graves' disease. They've released a press release and a presentation outlining their findings from a proof of concept study, and they're going to discuss this further on a conference call. Now, while this filing doesn't contain detailed financial tables like a quarterly or annual report, the implications of this specific news are huge for Roivant Sciences. The success or failure of drug development programs like this one at Roivant directly impacts the company's future revenue potential and its valuation. If this Graves' disease treatment shows promise, it could lead to significant future earnings. If it doesn't, it could be a setback. This is what investors really focus on with biotech and pharma companies like Roivant. It's not just about current sales, it's about the pipeline, the potential of new drugs in development. This announcement about Graves' disease is a strong signal that they believe they have something significant. Looking at our analysis of Roivant Sciences based on this filing, it's clear their strategy hinges on innovation and successful drug development within their various subsidiaries. The company is investing heavily in research and development, and this announcement about Immunovant's Graves' disease program is a key indicator of their progress. The strength of their pipeline is their biggest asset and potentially their biggest risk. If their drug candidates are successful, they can command high prices and generate substantial revenue. However, if they fail in clinical trials or face regulatory hurdles, the impact can be severe, leading to significant drops in stock price and value. A notable risk here is the inherent uncertainty in drug development. Many promising compounds fail during clinical trials for efficacy or safety reasons. Roivant Sciences is essentially placing a bet on the science and the execution of their subsidiary Immunovant. On the opportunity side, if this Graves' disease treatment proves effective and gains market approval, it could open up a significant new revenue stream for the company, addressing an unmet medical need. In conclusion, Roivant Sciences is actively pushing forward with its R&D efforts as evidenced by this update on the Graves' disease program. Investors should closely watch the outcomes of clinical trials and regulatory decisions, as these will be the primary drivers of the company's long-term success. This filing is less about immediate financial performance and more about future potential, which is common with companies in this sector. Alright, that's our breakdown of this Roivant Sciences filing. What's your take on the progress in Graves' disease treatment and what it means for the company's future? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If this analysis was valuable, hitting that like button really helps, and subscribe for more deep dives. Don't forget to check out the Discord in the description. Thanks for watching. See you next time.